Hello. Honorable dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, my fellow batchmates, and all the wonderful administrative staff, today marks a special occasion as we gather here for the symposium on customer relationship management and engagement strategies across diverse industry sectors. This event promises to delve into the intricacies of a topic that is both relevant and paramount in today's dynamic business landscape.
In a world where markets are evolving at an unprecedented pace, understanding the nuances of customer relationships and engagement is not just a strategy, it's a necessity. Delving into the methods by which businesses across diverse sectors navigate this intricate terrain, strategically adopting their approaches to meet the ever-changing expectations of their clientele becomes paramount.
Thank you, Karthik, for setting a wonderful context for today's symposium discussion. A delightful morning to one and all. I, Priyam Shukla,
And I, Karthik BC,
feel honored to extend a heartfelt welcome on behalf of the School of Management at BML Munjal University. Our university, named in the honor of the esteemed chairman and founder of the Hero Group, Dr. Brij Mohan Lal Munjal, is committed to fostering a unique experiential learning environment. Here, we cultivate inquiry, creativity, problem solving, entrepreneurship, and innovation, all aimed at shaping a holistic educational journey for all our students.
the School of Management at BML Munjal University was founded with the objective of transforming management education in India by creating a world-class teaching and learning environment. Instead of just preparing students for the future, we teach them how to invent it. This symposium stands as a testament to our commitment to academic excellence. Today's exploration on customer relationship management and engagement strategies aligns seamlessly within the codes on relationship marketing that we are currently immersed in. It holds a pivotal role in preparing our students to emerge not just as professionals, but as well-rounded industry-ready individuals.
As we embark on today's journey, it's my pleasure to introduce not only an accomplished professional, but also a mentor and guide for our students, Dr. Prateek Modi. Okay, moving on, we'll wait for Prateek sir to come. Without prolonging the anticipation, let's extend a warm welcome to the esteemed panelists who will guide us through today's enlightening discussions. I would like to request Dr. Jolly Masi and Ms. Shubhangi Pandey to please come up on stage and hand over the plant saplings to our panelists as a token of appreciation and as a thank you for honoring this symposium with their presence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce our distinguished panelists, each a stalwart in their respective fields. First, we have Mr. Rajiv Sharma, Associate Vice President, Head of Skill Development at JBM Group, contributing significantly to the automobile industry. With 34 years of expertise, Mr. Sharma is a postgraduate mechanical engineer with a profound impact on vocational training, skill development, and consultancy. His numerous accolades include being the National Brand Ambassador for Apprenticeship Training by the Government of India, speaks volumes about his commitment to technical education. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome Mr. Sharma to the stage.
Continuing our panelist introductions, let me welcome Mr. Anupam Varshane, a strategic visionary with a remarkable 23-year journey in the real estate industry. Currently driving business development at Royal Green Realty, Mr. Anupam's visionary leadership in sales, CRM, corporate communication, and leasing contributed immensely to Vartika India's limited success during his 18-year tenure. Mr. Anupam's strategic acumen and vast experience make him a seasoned professional, shaping the landscape of business development Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vashni to the stage with a huge round of applause.
Turning our attention to the healthcare sector, we are privileged to welcome Dr. Satish Gulia with a comprehensive background that includes a medical degree, an MBA, an LLB degree. Dr. Satish has dedicated over 2 decades to navigating the complexities of healthcare and insurance. Currently serving as the co-founder of Al Masih Healthcare, he's at the forefront of expanding operations globally, ensuring the accessibility of quality healthcare on an international scale. Put your hands together and let's welcome Dr. Satish Gulia to take the stage.
In the space of data and technology, let's welcome Mr. Rishi Agrawal, Chief Data Officer and co-founder at DG Liga Consulting Private Limited, a leader in the big data and business analytics industry. With 20 years of rich experience, Mr. Rishi is a solution-focused BI and DWH architect, renowned for leading the design and implementation of large BI transformation programs for the world's largest telecom operators. His expertise span telecom, analytics, and the implementation of robust Hadoop and big data-based solutions. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Rishi Agrawal onto the stage.
Now let's focus on digital transformation with our 5th panelist, Ms. Aanchal Chopra, an expert in the social media networking, digital media and marketing industry. Currently serving as a regional head of the academic and government business at LinkedIn in North India, Ms. Chopra is not just a trusted advisor, she is a strategic leader who actively listens, solves problems and crafts bespoke solutions. Holding a master's in management from IMI Belgium, she's on a mission to empower higher education institutes, leveraging LinkedIn data and insights to foster better student outcomes and industry connections. Can we have a huge round of applause and welcome the dynamic Ms. Aanchal Chopra to the stage.
Last, but certainly not the least, let's welcome Mr. Anshuman Khanna, the Chief Digital Officer and co-founder at DG Liga Consulting Private Limited, distinguished for his leadership in innovation, entrepreneurship, and business development. With over a decade of experience, Mr. Anshuman is more than an engineer. He is a visionary in business solutions and applications. Serving as a mentor to data engineers, he has played a pivotal role in transforming data platforms, pioneering digitization to seamlessly connect ideas and drive innovation into reality. Can we have a huge round of applause and welcome Mr. Anshuman Khanna to the stage.
Thank you so much. Now, let's commence our journey with a sacred lamp lighting ceremony, symbolizing the radiant glow of knowledge and the beginning of a path enriched with wisdom, guided by the divine presence of Goddess Saraswati. I would now like to invite upon the stage Dr. Prateek Modi, Dean School of Management, Professor Arup Majumdar, Associate Professor of Practice, and Dr. Jolly Masi, Assistant Professor, to join us on stage with our respected panel members for this auspicious lamp lighting ceremony marking the commencement of an enlightening discussion.
We would now kindly request our esteemed panelists to take their seats as we prepare to begin the discussion. Introducing the moderators for today's discussion, we have Srinjay Dey and Arshi, both second year MBA students of BML Munjal University. Srinjay is pursuing a major in marketing, whereas Arshi is majoring in finance. Their role will be pivotal in guiding our conversations and ensuring a smooth flow of ideas. We invite them on stage to take their places as we begin the discussion on customer relationship management and engagement strategies across diverse industry sectors.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the exploration of insights and ideas begin. Over to you, Srinjay and Arshi. You can take the podium, Srinjay and Arshi.
Thank you, Prem and Karthik, for the wonderful introduction. I am Srinjay, and with me I have Arushi as my co-moderator. We are here to start the discussion on the customer relationship management and engagement strategies and how it's important in the industry, a diverse industry sector.
Indeed, Srinjay. So, in this fast business world, strong customer relationships are very crucial. CRM has structured these interactions, and customer engagement strategies helps us maintain these meaningful connections with our customers. So let's dive into this discussion with our panelists and think how they think these two elements are facing today's industries. So Srinjay, would you like to add some quick thought on CRM and engagement strategies? So that we
Absolutely,
can take
Arushi. So as we all know that nowadays in the companies, combining CRM and engagement strategies helps in growth of a business. So if I talk about customer relationship management, what happens is it helps you in interacting with the customers, and if I talk about engagement strategies, it helps you in maintaining a long-lasting relationship with the customers that you're dealing with. So we are here to know a lot more about it from the panel members, and we are eager to get insights from you all in the recent trends. As we all know that it's the CRM, that is customer relationship management, and engagement strategies comes hand in hand. So the first question that I have for you all is that how do you see the CRM that is evolving nowadays, and what is the current trends that you foresee shortly?
Am I audible? When we talk about the CRM is basically a customer relationship management. Because I have been experienced and I was the part of and witnessing all the software which has been developed now, and I have been associated into the insurance industry while every data was maintained into the Excel format. So things has been changed now. Now the companies are maintaining the data in a proper way. Because earlier, what the data they are making into their either in the mobile phones, either into the Excel formats, and the chances of ambiguity was quite high. The second important thing is that if we are maintaining a data, it's easy to recall, recall the customers, engaging the customers, calling the customers on time, and a timeline can be decided through the CRM system. So CRM played an important role into developing many more things into that, and in collaboration of the AI, CRM creates a big platform for the organizations. Now, most of the organizations using CRM for storing their data and keeping contact with the customers throughout the year. So, and it is going to be a very good platform for revenue generation also.
Thanks.
That was really fascinating, sir. Digitization is indeed a very powerful trend in these coming years. So since we are transitioning to this practical application part of it, I would like to ask you all of any instance or any example that you can think of where you have used customer engagement strategies to boost customer loyalty and enhance your brand perception in the market.
Hi everyone. I think सबसे पहले तो मतलब CRM इतना सीरियस टॉपिक नहीं है, एक स्माइल तो सबकी बनती है जितने लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे हैं, इतना सीरियसली मत बैठो. Customer relationship is all about relationship, and relationship starts with a smile. तो सबके face पे smile होनी चाहिए. Now she has asked about your question was how we have engaged with the customers to actually enhance the loyalty towards our brand. So there can be a number of things, because from the experience that I have in real estate being a very high involvement product, लाखों करोड़ों की property होती है. So people from the day one when we are actually starting the marketing through digital or through paper ads, through whatever we are saying, the images that we use, the language that is going into the ads, the way we are touch basing with the customer, it is all customer engagement that we are talking about. The customer that is visiting you, the experience that he's having while entering into your office, the first fragrance that he actually experiences out there, the person who is greeting over here to him out there. Though Sir was talking about softwares, but there is a lot of personal touch that is required in customer relationship. So we should not forget, digitization is definitely important, because that actually enhances the performance of client relationship. But all said and done, the personal touch is definitely which is required actually to connect with the customer and to maintain that loyalty. Because if you are touch basing with the customer on a regular basis, you're wishing him on his birthdays, you're wishing him on their anniversaries, you are calling them up for a plantation drive at your townships or the developments that we have done throughout the year. So he feels actually connected with you and trust me on it, all these small things. When I started Vatika, I had only 30 files. So I was handling CRM over there when I started off. I did 8 years of CRM and then sales, then leasing, then I was heading everything over there. When I left in 2020, we had 30,000 customers, and 50% of our sales was through the existing customers only. And that was because of the experiences that we have been giving over the years in the CRM, the type of touch base that we have made with those customers, the type of services that we have provided over the years, and the type of connect that we have made with them. So definitely all these things, the touch points, each touch point is really critical in client servicing. Whether it is the first time visit of your customer, whether he's raising a query, the timeline that you are actually taking to get back to that customer, how quick you are at that. So that these all things add up to that loyalty thing that you are talking about. So from start till the end, it's a very long journey. And if the customer is happy with you, he'll bring 10 more customers to you.
So thank you. As you said, that personal touch is the most important factor in getting more clients. We believe that interacting with customers is easier compared to keeping them in the long term for more businesses that you want to do in the future. So what is the best possible method to maintain long-term relationship with the clients, knowing that the only best possible way to get more business is by keeping them in the longer run?
Yes, so myself Rishi Agarwal, so I am part of IT industry. So I myself have worked in IT industry as a data engineer, software engineer for more than 20 years. And now I'm part of the Delighted Consulting. So it's a startup IT service based startup. So I have seen different roles, I've worked in different roles and I've interacted with customers in my different roles. So I fully agree that we have done so much evolution with the evolution in IT landscape. We have done so much innovation in field of CRM also. CRM has moved to cloud and we are talking about AI, ML, voice activated CRM, and all those new technologies are there which are enhancing or which are reducing our effort to do the customer interaction. We have a centralized view of customer, we have enough data which can, and using AI and ML technologies, we can create innovative insights, business insights, which can reduce our effort and time to reach to the customer. But what ultimately helps is the personal touch. So no AI can replace the emotional intelligence, right? So that has to be there at all the levels. Whether I'm a developer, I'm a project manager, I'm a sales personnel, I'm a CXO, part of CXO team, whatever role is there, it is very important that we do a personal connect with the customer. We understand their problem and strategy, and then we work towards that. So dealing with the customer, if it is a new customer or it's an existing customer, their approach can be different. If it's a new customer, we are going to interact for the first time. It's very important that we talk sense when we are going to meet them. We have to do the homework, we understand their problems, and we should talk relevant, solution towards their problem rather than giving a laundry list of all the solutions or technologies we have in the market. And similarly for the existing customer, it's very important that we do timely connect at different level. So regular connect at different level, connect with the different channels, email transaction, meetings on team, face-to-face meetings. So all this helps ultimately in gaining customer trust and helps each other to grow our business as well.
Thank you so much, Rishi sir. I think that was wonderful to focus on personalization and talking about how it's still relevant and important to connect with customers on a personal level and an in-person level. I'd like to actually take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Prateek Modi. Given the time constraints, we would want him to. Sir, would you want to give the note later?
No, that's fine. I think while we are having a conversation, maybe during the conversation, my only apology to the entire panel and to the students is that I have a hard stop at 11:15 with a meeting with the leaders which is already pre-planned. So I'll have to leave at 11:45. That's the request. Sorry.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Chanjay Arshi, please take over.
Thank you so much, sir. It actually added a lot of value to our discussion. Sir, it would be really great if you all can share any instance that is coming to your mind right now about how customer engagement has increased any customer satisfaction, any customer that has become more satisfied over the course of your journey.
Okay. So I come from a large organization, LinkedIn, and I would define CRM, in two ways. So first of all, what is CRM? I'm just gonna, go back to a little basic. Imagine, I think all of you here, all of us sitting here are customers, right? At different levels. So let's say, we go to a restaurant and somebody knows us by name, and probably if I come more often, then I have some coupons or some gift cards or discounts that you get. You like it, right? That means they have really acknowledged you as a customer and they are trying to retain you, they're trying to give you more experience, and they are trying to actually create all these things to make sure that you come back, and not only come back, to answer to your previous question, bring referrals as well to me, right? Because for any business, it is better to not only acquire new customer, rather increase the pie of your services with the existing customer, right? Now, this is a differentiated personal experience that you give to a person. Is that what a real customer relationship management is? And it is a strategy. You know, often people feel that CRM technologies are there. Yes, CRM is implemented via technologies because, you know, businesses are expanding. We no longer maintain Excel sheets. I think Jolly sir really highlighted a point. There was a time when I started my career journey, we used to maintain customers over the Excel. And then we used to feel that, hey, and you know, multiple people talking to multiple customers, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusions were happening. Do we like it now? So let's say one telecaller or a credit card person calls me multiple times. What do we say? That, hey, don't call me, don't you check your systems? Why are you calling me? That means somewhere I'm not managing and holding my customer data or customer information correctly. So how do organizations, and you know, I come from a large organization, and when you are working in a large organization, you know, companies invest a lot of time and money to have most advanced customer relationship products. More technology are in place because we are trying to create personal touch points with each one of our customers so as to grow businesses. Again, coming back, when it comes to CRM, we are actually have internal customers and we have external customers as well. So for any business, there are 12 personas with which you actually make a connect. So what are internal customers? Sales, marketing, finance, IT. I would like every person internally in my company to be seamless and provide me with seamless talking points when I talk to my customers. And at my customers' end, there are decision makers, there are influencers, there are gatekeepers, there are people who are IT, they would probably judge you whether should we buy this product or not. So coming back, team, and everyone, you know, when it comes to CRM, I could have a strategy. Whether I'm a B2C business, I would have a different strategy for a CRM. If I'm a B2B business, I have a different strategy for a B2B CRM. But CRM is a strategy basis the goals as a business that you keep it in mind, and then you implement technology. Yes, technology is changing. Digitalization is impacting CRM techniques, tools, and companies like LinkedIn or Microsoft or any other organization is investing a lot on these tools, again, to give a seamless experience. I'm not going to talk about technology right now, I'm going to hold on, but just a perspective I wanted to give how CRM B2B, B2C happens.
True, ma'am.
I would like to add on this point because while we're talking about what is the live example or something like practical experience, what I already experienced because I'm into the insurance industry since long time, and attrition of the clients are quite high into the insurance industry because if you are not getting the services, you might switch from one health insurance to the other health insurance in the next year itself. Even I'm the part of the industry, so I was about to switch my personal health policy from Cigna Healthcare to other Star Health or other insurance company because I was not getting the timely services from them. So somehow, because I connected to the MD and CEOs of those companies, so I directly talked to them in a lighter mode that I am not getting these services. How can I give the assurance to my clients too? So in the meanwhile, in the very next day, I got a call from the customer care department, and since they are managing and engaging me throughout this last month, what they offer me the wellness program, which is a digitalized wellness program. And how they connected me, they took my data and what is my health issues, what I am going to have, what is my body weight and other things, BMI and other things and all that. The entire data they captured, and while connecting the data, they offered me some reward point for that. And they assured me that every month you are going to get a call from the Cigna Health Insurance, and after updating all these things, so they give me the reward points. Now this is going to be connected for the whole year, and this reward points going to be redeemed into the premium for my renewal. So they booked me for this policy for an entire year. So you can understand how they are retaining the customers and they are leveraging the relationship as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you both said that it is important to understand the pain points of the customers, and based on that you act upon it to sell your product. It helps in selling your product. So coming to you, sir, Mr. Walsh. So as we all know that we are having 23 years of experience in the field of sales, CRM, corporate communications and leasing. And we also know that you are heading the business development at Royal Green Realty. So keeping that in the context of real estate industry, how do you think that it is, how the real estate industries are making a long-term customers, as we all know that there are a lot of competitors in the market, keeping the customers satisfied and loyal towards the company that they are working for?
So as I told you that customer relationship is all about relationship, developing that relationship with that customer. And there are n number of ways that can be used in doing all these things. Again, there are a lot of touch points that have to be taken care of. Again, starting from the very beginning when you are promoting your product, especially when we talk about real estate, as I told you that it's a very high involvement product, both financially and emotionally. Because when a person is buying home, there might be a couple who's coming for the first time, buying their first house, or at the retirement when they get the money, they are buying their house finally and settling down. Or a professional who has grown into the industry and upgrading himself. So all these decisions are very emotional. And when we talk about real estate, the journey is all when we acquire a customer. The journey is almost of 3 to 4 years, because when they buy the product, it takes generally 3 to 4 years for the property to get completed. Within that period, there can be n number of touch points that you can use to make that customer loyal. Giving him best services in terms of the documentation that is required, giving him regular updates on the product that he has bought, the apartment that he has bought, what is there happening, what is the construction progress, what all amenities have you added, giving him various options to customize the apartments. Might be the flooring, he might be looking at not vitrified tiles, he would be looking at, yeah, I want Italian marble in my house, giving that option to actually paint the canvas as per his colors, not giving him that customization in terms of his requirements, his taste would definitely lead to a lot of loyalty. Again, remembering him on his special days. I have felt it during my career. I have made it a point that all of my customers, I have almost, if you take my phone, that's my network is my net worth. So I have almost 30,000 contacts in my phone. That's the customer base that I have. And I never miss to wish my customer a birthday or an anniversary. Just a small gesture by remembering him on his special day would actually connect with him. The customer would first connect with you and then with the brand. So all these things, again, AI is playing a very important role right now. We are into a process of developing an app for our customers, wherein they can actually open the app, see the financial situation, how much they have paid, what is due, what is they have to pay within the next 6 months, what is the status of their project, what are the new launches that the company is making, what are the photographs, what are the amenities, what is the progress. So connecting with the customers and making him informed about what is happening in and around that product would definitely make it a very long-term perspective with his customers. In the older days, what was happening was that since systems were not there, I started with CRM. So receipts, a small thing, customer has made payment, receipt has to be delivered. I had Bajaj Chetak at that point of time. I carried receipts to their homes. Those customers are still connected with me, giving regular business. So small things wherein you can actually connect with the customers emotionally as well as giving him service would mean because your network would actually define your net worth. That relationship would be yours. Company तो चलो चलेगी, but आप अपना network कैसे grow कर रहे हो, that is up to you. How you can connect that customer with you emotionally and giving him the best service. The way there can be n number of things. Customizations can be done. मतलब सबके पास अपने अपने ideas हैं. मेरे पास अपने ideas थे, आपके पास अपने ideas होंगे. बट आप ये याद रखना, जब आप बाहर निकलोगे ना, आपका जितना स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क बनेगा उतना आपका नेटवर्थ होगी आपकी. So that is what I can say.
Sir, since you are working in a very customer-centric sector,
Yeah.
how do you think that real estate sector is prioritizing these and implementing these engagement strategies that we just talked about, and maintaining these relationships with just, let's say, property buyers and the tenants that you will
So
be
I'll give you that perspective, what is happening, and there's a lot of evolvement, things are evolving through the time. I had started my real estate journey in 2001 and we are sitting in 2024 right now. So today the companies are really customer centric when we talk about real estate. As I told you that you just visit some gallery, go and visit some real estate developer who is selling property, and then just visit their gallery. They are going to that extent that they are deciding on the fragrance that would be coming in when the customer is walking in over there. The customer relationship bench, which is for the existing customers who would be coming with the issues, वहाँ पे fragrance अलग आ रही होगी, sales galleries में fragrance अलग आ रही होगी, to the extent that these companies are now actually hiring hospitality managers so that the customers who are walking in the companies get that feel, get that experience कि यार जब कस्टमर आएगा ना यहाँ पे तो उसको ऐसी सर्विस देनी है कि वो मतलब ये एटलीस्ट बोल के जाए कि बाहर यार मज़ा आ गया वहाँ पे. That was the service, that was the level of service that we need. We are आप अपने प्रोडक्ट को कैसे उसको विजन करवा रहे हो. VRs are something that is being used very often to showcase the product. Sales gallery में आप जाओ, there is a small theater that has been created. आप अपना product showcase कर रहे हो. So people are going leaps and bounces. मतलब आप जाओगे वहाँ पे and you will feel यार मैं पता नहीं कहाँ आ गया और मुझे यही खरीदना है. So that is the extent, मतलब the companies are going to that extent of giving that experience to the customer कि वो customer को लगता है यार यही सही कंपनी है आज प्रॉपर्टी बाय करने के लिए.
Okay, sure.
So I'm really sorry, I'm kind of interjecting in the conversation. Very interesting one. But I think my limited role, I'm this fit odd man out in this entire panel, not qualified to make a comment on CRM. But my objective of coming here was to basically express a word of thanks and welcome you on behalf of School of Management at BMU for your time, your support, and for having this wonderful kind of conversation that we have arranged. Before leaving, I'm being called out, so I'll move for that commitment, but leave you with one small suggestion on this topic, CRM, that we often see CRM as a software largely, or tend to see CRM from the lens of it being a software or being a process. But I think let's not forget the soul of the CRM, or the reason why CRM became an important word in the management lexicon, is that we are talking about paradigm shift in the way we think about customer, from being transactional, that here and now I have something to offer, you have something to buy, and then our relationship over that's the entire limit of our relationship. Moving towards the relational paradigm, it's more about, I think, what is appropriate even in our personal lives, which is about trust and commitment. And that's what relationship is about. And in the times when even in the personal relationship, probably we are not as much focused on developing trust and commitment. Probably when it comes to a known, faceless mass of customers, probably we can always understand that how much words, trust and commitment being imbibed, internalized and lived by a corporation or an organization which is faceless entity. So the start point, I think, is the realization that the entire basis of business with any customer are that trust development, trust building, which means being honest in all our transactions, in all our conversations, in all our businesses with them, and keeping the promises, that whatever you promise that you deliver, and which also probably tells us that the notion of marketing as cheating, marketing as selling is incomplete and it's wrong. That marketing is not about any of these, or customer botal mein utarna. It is about basically making the promises that you keep and trying to build the trust, and that's what sets apart an organization who's going to have a very long life, high longevity, from the organizations which are largely maybe fly-by-night operators. So business is not cheating, and customers are not to be looted or given false promises. I mean, that's the only qualified words probably I can mention. And with that, once again, I'm really grateful to you for your time, and apologize for not being available throughout this entire panel discussion, but I wish you all a very fruitful conversation with the experts. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
So, sir, thank you for your time. So, we would like to move ahead with the conversation. So, sir, as you, the last thing that you said is hospitality is what is important for getting more customers for the future. So, sir, what we believe is, even though hospitality is what is important, but there are a lot of challenges that companies might face. So, even though you are trying to make them understand what are the pain points that you're trying to fulfill, at the end of the day, do you think that price is the challenge that a company faces? Pricing.
Pricing. Yeah, definitely. We all have studied, I think you must be studying 4 Ps. So pricing is definitely an important thing. But it is, again, I say that pricing is not at all a challenge as far as today the market is concerned. Actually, you have to actually establish a perceived value for your product. If you are able to actually establish that perceived value, you can command the price. If I'm selling a product, there are various apartments. Again, coming to real estate, there are a lot of apartments which are being sold at say 7,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees per square feet. But there are developers who are selling it at 15,000, 18,000 rupees per square feet. There's a recent transaction that DLF has done in Camellias, which is on the golf course road. They have sold one apartment at 100 CR as well. So it is all about perceived value. You can command the price if you are able to actually establish that perceived value of your product in the minds of the customer. And that can be done quite well if the concept that you are bringing in, if the design, the product, the specifications that you are providing, what differentiator that you are creating for your product as compared to your competitor is what you can actually think of.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, to you, Mr. Anshuman, with over a decade of experience, we are really excited to dive into your journey and pick your brains about all things tech and innovation. So, as Mr. Rishi Agrawal has already mentioned about cloud-based CRMs, with this ever-changing tech industry, how do you think this shift towards CRM, cloud-based CRM, has influenced the operational dynamics of Digilizer? And if there are any challenges that you faced while in this journey?
Thank you everyone, and very thoughtful things what I have heard so far. And coming to your question about the cloud implementation on CRM, see, when there was no cloud, I mean a decade before, everyone, large organizations were setting up their own data centers. They used to invest a lot of money. A telecom company, let's take an example. Their forte is not IT, or their forte is not data centers. They used to invest a lot of money in setting up data centers, collecting data and all that. But now that, because of the cloud coming into the market, there are a lot of small organizations who can do their digitizations using that platform. They don't have to invest in something where they do not have their forte in. So if I am let's say a small scale business, SME or MSME, and my forte is not IT, and my forte is not to manage data, I can just take up the services which technology is evolving, and using cloud as a service, I can just use the cloud model of pay as you go. I know whatever time I'm using that service for that particular software, I'll pay for that time. Rest of the time it is not going to be charged for me. So So I don't have to invest my effort and time and money in something which is not my forte, that is a technology part. So that's the advantage in this, in this time, that you just have to work on something where you have your forte in, and you know that this is my technology, this is my basically sphere of thing where I have the command in. I don't have to get into something where a new software with, so just as sir mentioned that he used to wish customers a birthday. So he doesn't have to maintain that in his phone. Now technology is there that as soon as that date arrives, he can get a ping that yes, it's your customer's birthday, and SMS can also be shooted through the technology. So all the mundane tasks, they don't have to invest in time and effort in that. Technology is just an enabler. CRM is something which is value and soul. So if you are clear on how you want to basically keep your customer and happy and engaged, technology is just going to enable it, and cloud is one of those things.
Thank you so much, sir.
So you rightly said that the organizations who are giving services with softwares like Salesforce or Lead Square, the companies that are there. So what I think is at the end of the day, what matters the most is how the employees are feeding data to the CRMs, and that is how you get your generated revenues, right? So the question that I have for you is, how is that helping in the customer journey of your company?
So in our case, we are ID services company. We are actually on the enabling side. So so let's say we have a sector like healthcare, we have a sector like reality business. So we are enabler to them, and we basically in-house we have our own product, DigiLeadX, where we basically manage all the leads, and that helps us in basically calibrating how our sales efficiency is going on. So we store all our prospect customers, existing customers, all their data within that particular system. We store it at a centralized place, and that basically helps in building the reports. When we have leadership meeting, we have to showcase what is going to happen, how many customers we have prospect in line for this quarter, how we can drive the sales, what was the trend of the sales for last quarter, how we can improve. So all those strategical discussions that happens, and those strategies that are being made, this cloud and technology is basically helping us in driving that.
You just asked about the data cleanliness, I think. So for that, what happens is that whatever data actually is fed in definitely is been done by people out there at the back end. There's a regular audit that happens for this data, say a quarterly audit or a 6-monthly audit, wherein that sanitization is regularly being done. If there is any mismatch, if there is anything that has gone wrong, is being highlighted. There are non-compliance reports that have been published regularly in organizations, so that whatever data has been fed into the system are being taken care of and it is properly sanitized. So auditing is definitely an important task, wherein every quarter or 6 month or annual, the companies, as far as our company is concerned, we do it quarterly. Whatever we feed in, there's an audit, external audit that happens, and the data cleaning is being done.
Just to add, I think employee trainings are very, very important, because you're right, if my data input is wrong, then my output never be the correct one. Hence, organizations really have to make sure that the employees are trained. They should have been told about the value of maintaining right data, adding competitors profile, adding, why customer is buying it. So yes, so trainings are very, very important to make sure we have correct output.
Thank you for the lovely inputs. Coming to you, ma'am, as we all know that you're a strategic leader with 5 years or more expertise in the field of gathering data and helping to move forward the business. So the first question that I have for you is how networking companies enable customers to be in the, so as we all know that social media and influencers are creating a lot of buzz nowadays. So how do they help in becoming for the growth of the business?
Okay, so see, again, when it comes to relationship, so business is all about relationships, right? We buy something because we like the product, but if products are same, then we buy something because we like the person who's selling it, somebody who's really nailed it, and as per, he's kind of giving to you everything that you need. Now, again, B2B marketing, it is very, very important that you use your network, which is equal to net worth, and you maintain relationships. So social media companies, or let's say LinkedIn as a matter of fact, businesses are done over LinkedIn now. You maintain, you grow relationships. You understand the persona of a person. So if I'm into B2B marketing and I want to take my product to a particular company, so let's say LinkedIn has its product, let's say I talk about LinkedIn Learning, so which is a digital learning platform. And if I have to take this platform to various companies, what do? I would understand the personas of my clients. I would connect with them over LinkedIn. I understand what are the kind of things they are talking about. I see what are they following. I see what kind of people they are connected to. So I am actually taking, a note of their journey. And then I'm going to read about the kind of products they are buying, and I'm then going to take my product. So net, when we are looking at social media platforms, or let's say any other, be it, Facebook or a Google as well, what we are trying to see is we are trying to get more closer to the customer, and then we are trying to understand, read, so that I'm better prepared to position my product. So in today's time, sales is just not taking a product to a customer and you will buy. You need to create that trust. You need to be well informed. That's what companies are helping to achieve your objectives.
So thank you, ma'am. Since we have already discussed how network is the net worth, and you just talked about how we need to position our products better, and for that we need to know our customers, right? So since it's a very globalized market, what challenges have you faced in scaling your CRM strategies across different regions and cultures? And how have you adopted your approach to meet these diverse customer needs?
Okay, so again, you need to invest in technology. And for any global organization, and I'm going to take back the example again of LinkedIn, wherein we are a large global organization, offices in more than 200 countries, but we still have a unique value proposition when we go to our customer. We are well informed, well read, because we have invested in our technology. So yes, there are so many technology tools available. So like LinkedIn is a Microsoft company, we use Microsoft Dynamics. We earlier used to use Salesforce, and we all capture this information. So I think everybody here uses CRM. I think this is what we were talking, that we all have CRM softwares across the globe. Company professionals are trained, so we input the data correctly. What kind of data we put is something as a goal, as a strategy of CRM we have adopted. We have different channels. So there are a lot of channels available. So for example, to read a customer, there are products like Sales Navigator. So LinkedIn has a product which is Sales Navigator, wherein you understand your customers. Where, again, in B2B marketing, because I don't have a B2C marketing experience, I deal with more B2B customers. So there are products, which will help you understand the behavior of your buyer, IT spending, how much you're spending, who's the decision maker, who's the gatekeeper. This happens, right? All of you go, have your sales classes. If you would like to position your product to a business, you will understand that who's buying, what kind of decisions they are, making, who's making the decision, how much they are spending, whom they are spending. So fairly large organizations have products or the softwares which enable us to capture this data, and that's where our internal teams make unified communication. So our marketing works in terms of the way, if I know for LinkedIn, there is a competition, again, learning. So if I have X competition, I then try to create my marketing campaigns customized to my customer needs, and I do a account-based marketing. I run a campaign which is very, very specific to buy that customer. So again, everything is enabled because I have right CRM in place and the right input is being done in my platform. So that's how we manage across the globe.
So I just wanted to add that, not globally, but within India as well, there is diverse taste, diverse type of thinking that we have. So just give you an example, when we launched some product in say Gurgaon, and then we launched something in Jaipur, even at a distance of just 4 hours, there's a lot of difference in taste and the type of product that people are looking at. Jaipur, when we launched our township, which was 700 acres, people over there were looking at bigger size plots because they had that openness feeling. The flooring that was used was Kota stone because they were looking at something local. In Gurgaon, it is more cosmopolitan. People are looking at more of amenities, a club, good club. The flooring has to be Italian marble. So even within India, there are different tastes that you have to cater to, and you have to understand your customer first, as ma'am rightly said. That understanding your customer and then going into the market with the right product mix is definitely very important. For that, a lot of market research is required. You have to actually take the locals, you have to talk to the locals, you have to take feelers from them, and then come out with a concept.
I'd like to add on to it what sir mentioned about the diversity in India. So that's how things are happening. So I would just like to cite one example. So companies like Government of India also. So public sector banks these days, one of our client is there. So they are serving in rural areas also. They don't understand English. There are chatbots now, technology is there, which is basically interacting with them for their frequent questions or small queries, but they don't understand English. So multilingual chatbots has been launched in such cases. So that's how technology is basically helping within India and globally also to acquire more customers. So as ma'am mentioned, that they target what actually needs to be sent to that particular customer. So that is segmentation. So now that we are having a network of millions of people as a customer base, so without having a segmentation technology, I won't be able to basically bifurcate that this set of customer have similar sort of taste or similar sort of basically needs. So I'll serve them in this particular way. A different set of customer requires something else. So we do this technology, using the technology, we do segmentation and then we target the customer with their set of needs that they have. So that's how technology is basically helping with this.
Morning, sir. Ma'am, as you all agreed to what sir said, that a background audit is being company, what they do a background auditing to what the data is being fed to the softwares. So we have always seen that if we talk about employees, if they are contacting around 1,000 customers, from trying to convert from leads to opportunities, but they are not being able to do it properly, and they are just being able to convert 10% of it out of 1,000 customers that they are contacting. So maybe after a point of time, they will not be interested in putting all the data that they are gathering information from. So how do you motivate your employees to actually be truthful to what they are feeding to the system?
Okay, great question. You know, integrity comes first, and I think most of the organizations today do talk about it. That hey, you work with integrity, it is important. Companies ensure, in fact, again, I think in all my experiences for last 17 years, I worked with multiple industries. Again, basics, employee trainings. Yes, you deal with large data, but sales professionals, you know, the first touch points with the customers are the key to input right data, and they cannot go wrong. If they go wrong, it really costs millions to companies. So yes, going back to employees, train them, tell them the importance that why you should be inserting right data. And also, you know, I would like to highlight CRM, and again, I am going back to CRM again. It's not one-man show, you know. There are multiple teams which are engaged in this. There are checks and balances which are there. There are managers, their KPIs are there to check whether the data is being connected. And there are teams. Again, Organizations to organizations, it varies. There are times when you can't even edit the data. So there are when you deal with large, so let's say B2C, real estate environment, insurance, as a salesperson, you cannot touch the data, you cannot edit the data. But when it comes to, again, B2B environment, so let's say, again, LinkedIn example, when I work, when I'm there on my navigator sheet, when I'm looking at a persona, I immediately update my CRM if I get to know a right kind of, or a new lead if I get, that means a new persona within the organization if I get, I automatically update it into my CRM and my dynamics automatically gets updated. I get quarterly points within LinkedIn, we all being judged on our performance appraisals, how much compliant I am in terms of updating my data. And there are reports which pulls out whether I'm 75% or a 95% or a 50%. And then it is a part of my appraisal. That's how companies ensure to make sure that, hey, I've got the data correct. But again, it's a strategy. Coming back to the basics, it's a strategy.
So adding on what just Ma'am said, that incentivizing is another thing that is there when we talk about creating opportunities, converting leads into opportunities, and then opportunities into sales. So people who are doing it on ground, one, they are being incentivized. So if they are not doing the work right, or they are not converting that lead into opportunity and opportunity into sales, they will not be earning that much. And also, when we talk about accountability, if say supposedly in our organization, what we have done is that when the lead is being generated, the lead then is being filtered by a telecalling team, and then after filtering it is passed on to the sales team for conversion. Now the ownership of that client, the lead that has been passed on to the sales, is with the lead management team. The lead management team follows up with the sales, whether the visit has happened, whether you have met the client or not. And they keep a regular follow-up because both of them would be incentivized, sales for closing the lead and the lead management team for getting the client to the site. So you have to both incentivize and punish. So that is the approach that you have to take.
Just to add on to that, so I would just like to summarize it, as they have mentioned that audited control is very important for any application to work smoothly and effectively, right? So it comes under data governance or overall governance, and which has three dimensions: people, process, and technology. So these are the three areas we have to cover. So talking about the technology, whatever tools we are using, Salesforce or any other CRM tool, we should ensure that proper checks and balances are there, that it will not allow to enter any wrong data, and there is a proper approval workflow is there. So this is how we can control it through technology. Then at organization level, we should have process, governance process, change process, where the relevant stakeholders are there. We should define the data custodian, who are the owner of which process, and all those governance and proper stakeholders should be there. We should control the data entry part and all. Then the most important part is the people. So training is one of the most important factors to train people, to motivate them. Then you have appraisal system, we define the PRA, we give sales incentive, and all those program helps in controlling all this through people. So these are the three areas basically we have to control.
I'll just give a perspective from my side also. I have over the last 30 years, I've seen many of these systems, whether you call it a CRM or an ERP, they actually work, and some of them actually don't work. And as consultants, one of our major tasks was to make sure that we are able to create change management in the companies. Because making change in a company is a massive, massive task. You may think it is simple, but it's a huge task. And you will face it yourself, that when you go to a company and you are asked to implement or use a certain set of tools, a software, or a process, set of activities, you will question it, that why am I doing it? Is there a different way to do it? And there is an inherent inertia to change. And that is something that you will have to deal with. Now, how do you deal with that? As students, how do you deal with that? The way you deal with that is that you have to figure out that who's the person who's getting the value out of it. And each person of that particular tool, of the same tool, is deriving different types of value. A person who's doing data entry is deriving a set of value. A person who's doing the delivery of the product is deriving a different set of value. So once you are able to derive and find out the value that that person is able to get from that particular tool, and you are able to convince that person, that is the time you know that your change management initiative is successful. Because you guys are all smart, you can change it. But when you want the organization to change, that is a big pull. So you have to be careful about that.
Okay, thank you. Actually, we have listened a lot of views on CRM. Actually, this the CRM is not a set guidelines. I can say CRM is basically the soul and the heart. Many of us have already said the entire success of any project depends on CRM. And everybody is the part of the CRM in any organization. It is not a department, sales, marketing, it is sales, marketing, finance, stores, right from the security to the operational. Everyone have to feel that they are the part of the CRM. Number one. Second, we have seen, you see, we have taken the examples of real estate or maybe the automotive, all these standard products which are fast, maybe mass produced and sold. And then we have a set of customers. You take the example of the customer, maybe the Ministry of Defense, Government of India. Product you do not know, you have to design and maybe send a satellite into the space, and your target is 2026. But you do not know how would it be, what will be the design. But you have a target that you have to design a product, and then the entire team will work, and what are there, everything will be involved, designers, the procurement, the prototyping, various processes, various approvals, and day-night working, and the commitment. So, because I come from a background, I was in the Ministry of MSME with the Indo-German tool room, where we used to design the new products. Customer comes without any design. He comes with the idea. He comes with the idea that we need a tool to produce maybe 1 lakh pieces per month of this kind. He will give a rough sketch, or he will bring a product from maybe Belgium or UK or somewhere. Then he approaches to the marketing. Marketing is the interface between the customer and the organization, the supplier, for example. So he meets the marketing person who may be a technical or may not be a technical. Generally, in the technical organizations, the marketing is handled by the technical persons who understands the product, the technology, and the commercials as well. So they are the techno-commercial people. Now, right from the day one, when he entertains the customer, what is his behavior, what is his understanding, what is the response time, and how fast he gives the alternatives, the different designs to the customers. And because he is not going to contact only me, he is going to contact to several other organizations. So the responsiveness of the customer, number one, and it is then the price, then the quality, delivery, and continuous contact. Our behavior should not be only in the first time very good, and as many times he comes and behavior goes down. So we have to maintain a consistency, a very constant behavior, honest behavior. Honesty, quality, timely delivery are very, very important, because customer is going to face, he has a commitment from me, he is going to give this commitment to his boss, maybe to the ministry, to the to anyone. So everybody, it is a chain. It is a chain. Customer supplier is a chain, and that has to respect everyone's commitment, quality, price, and we have to feel 360 degree responsible for CRM. Here, for example, the training, learning, this point comes, you are the students, you are the customer. The this Munjal University, BML University, they are taking care of you, providing this rich experience from so many, having such diverse experience. So idea is this, when you, otherwise what happens if such experience sharing doesn't happen, you get the input from the book, from the softwares, but you don't get, maybe it takes 2 years to work and then you get hands-on experience. So institutions are taking care, tailor-made experiences, tailor-made courses are being designed, training, it was mentioned, there has to be continuous learning and unlearning, then relearning, because the technology is changing. What we are learning today, because I learned in 1982, is no more valid. When I got admitted in 1982, there are the processes, the equipment, they have become obsolete. The presentations we used to make by transparency overhead projectors. So those now nobody is using. So electronic typewriter itself was the most advanced equipment those days. I'm talking of 1982. So you have to be trained, you have to learn, relearn, learn, unlearn and relearn. And this cycle has to be continuously, and it is to be tailor-made. Because culture, rightly said, the taste of Gurgaon doesn't match in Jaipur, and if you go to south, it will be totally changed. So we have to see the regional taste, CRM. We have to always keep the regional interest, regional taste. Go from India to Europe, our tastes are different, our habits are different. So CRM is the most important thing. First, we have to develop the entire culture. Today, someone is in the CRM, handling CRM. Tomorrow, he may go to operations. That also happens. In most of the government sector, I have dealt mostly public sector and government sector in my last 20 years of work, where we used to visit ordnance factories, BHEL, or the government projects. So the dealing in the government projects is different from dealing in the private sector. But the soul is same. Everybody wants commitment to be honored. That whatever delivery date you are giving, you please give that and give the quality what you are promising. Maybe you exceed the quality what you are promising. We have to always focus on exceeding the promises, exceeding the quality. If you commit maybe 1 month, if you deliver it in 28 days, the customer will be delighted and you offer him the better quality. So all those things matter, and continuous touch is very important. What birthday wishes and other things, these pay great value to retaining the customer. Customer retention is more important than making new customers. One customer can add 10 customers, or one customer can lose your 10 customers. This all depends upon the experience of the individual, and largely depends upon the person who is dealing. Maybe first hand he is the person on the face. Second comes to the operations and quality. So our dealing must be excellent. The young managers who are ready for the industry, for the word of the work, so my best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Very thought through perspective, sir. Thank you for adding so much value to the discussion. To you, sir, Dr. Satish Gurya, steering the ship towards global prominence and accessible quality healthcare, you are a force to reckon with. So, when we are particularly talking about the insurance sector, do you think CRM is playing any role in claims processing? And if so, how is it increasing the speed, accuracy, and communication when it comes to claims handling?
So before going forward, because we started in the morning and now it's afternoon, so I would like to greet everyone. Good afternoon, all of you. I didn't find a synchronization because I feel when there is action, there should be a reaction. Once again, good afternoon all of you. Once again, good afternoon all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, sounds better. So, because as ma'am said, we have to take care for the engagement for our internal people also, internal customers, and you all guys are the young entrepreneurs. You are going to be aspiring entrepreneurs, and so that is why I'm going to talk about claim settlement into how it is going to happen in the CRM. When we talk about the claims, because earlier there was a TAT decided by the regulator, which is we called as the IRD. It was a 30 days TAT for the to get the settlement of the claims after submission of the last requisites of that claim. But nowadays it has been improved drastically, because the reason being the entire data is with the intermediaries, and they process the claim within the 48 hours to the insurance companies. And to get the better claim management, they are having the access of the entire like Aadhaar card, they are getting the postmortem reports through the digital way, they are getting the claims reports, they are getting the medical histories from the hospitals directly, and they are keeping all the records in one bucket. And finally, it is going to deal, because as per the regulations, it has to be sorted out very quick, and ease to the customer is important. So of course it's important, it plays an important role, because CRM helps in to taking care of the submission of the claims very quickly in the time base and in the real time submission and getting the claim settlement through the insurance companies.
That being said, so as we all know that there is a lot of upselling and cross-selling that takes place in the insurance companies. So how do you motivate your agents to use CRM, which finds them more opportunities to talk with more clients or existing clients?
So it's a wonderful question, because while into the any of the industry, be it NBFC, be it insurance, be it healthcare, we always bother about what need to do after this. Because once we have a customer, we would like to engage in several activities, and we would like to get the revenue from them also. So upselling and cross-selling is now becoming the most productive tool for all the organization nowadays. Even a real estate company is promoting their insurance product. Now the NBFCs are promoting their insurance product to them. They are selling the NCDs, debentures to their customers. And how it is going to be happen? Because they are engaged with the customers. They are keeping the records of the customers while the customers are paying their EMIs on time. They are keeping the records of that. If it is a healthy customer, healthy in terms of who is making timely payments to the loans and all. So in my previous organizations, we were keeping an eye on the customers where they are making payments to their loan EMIs, and that is why while we got this idea, this customer is a healthy customer and making timely payments, so we pitch him with a top-up loan to them. We pitch him the medical insurance to them, because we find that the customer doesn't have any hustle into making the payments of insurance also. We pitch him that the motor insurance. So every company is thinking in that way, and we did it in a very well manner.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the input, and keeping in mind that internal and customer engagement is really important. How are these insurance companies making sure and ensuring that customers are still engaged with their policy?
They are sharing the promotional activities to them. Like as I said, the Signa's example of that, they are sharing the digitalized wellness program to their customers. They are offering the reward points to their customers. So every month while we are getting a call from the customer service from the Signa, and they are keeping me busy for the entire month. I cannot forget an insurance company who are keeping me for an entire year in touch, and by this they are retaining the customers. If I talk about the CRM, because after putting the CRM into the system, prior what was the situation? Because the persistency of those policies, the insurance policies, I'm talking about the particularly 1 year policies, the persistency of those clients was not more than 33%. Now it has been increased up to the 80%. So it is a drastically change for the insurance companies, and the revenue generation for the agents, we call as a intermediaries, because there are three type of intermediates. One we call as the agent, corporate agent, and brokers. So everybody is benefited through the CRM and client engagement, because every customer is a potential customer for us. And this lead management to the acquisition of customer takes place through the CRM.
So rightly said, as you said that every customer is a potential customer. So coming to you, Mr. Sharma, as you're having a vast experience of 34 years and you have done your post-graduation in the field of mechanical engineering, and you're also being appointed as National Ambassador for the Apparent Institute. So sir, the first question that I would like to ask you, based on what you said earlier about the techno-commercial offer and delivery, which is directly connected to the CRM. So sir, it's being said that when you are getting a RFQ for say, so it's being said that 60% of the job is done when you get the RFQ, so, and remaining 40% you need to work on it. So from techno-commercial offer that you are sending to the customers and till the delivery and post-service, what do you think is helping to get more customers in your future and motivating employees to get more revenue?
So you said this RFQ, getting the RFQ is 60% job. I will not agree with this. RFQ is the just beginning of the process into the business. Because this RFQ not necessarily comes to only one organization. This RFQ goes to the several competitors. Okay, so you maybe they have to buy some project, and for this they have given it to 10 prospective suppliers. So the RFQ is with the 10 people. Now there is a time bound. You have to give them response. Submit your quotations online or offline. In between you have to communicate and understand it. Some people may not understand, and without understanding they may respond to it. But some people, they will like to have a dialogue and understand it better to submit the quotation, the offer for that. So RFQ is the first stage. One has to be very sensitive, and it is the most serious step when we respond to RFQ. And next, after submitting the RFQ, we can take maybe all three processes. It could be the governmental process or it could be the private sector process. But everywhere the cost consciousness is there. They will invite you, maybe the tender opening, it could be online or offline, both after submission of the your RFQ, and then you have to demonstrate, you have to give presentations. First they will see the technical competency of your, what technical specifications are you offering against that RFQ. So once one is evaluated successful for the technical competency, then the second offer would be the commercial, what you are going to offer commercial. And then this your services, after sales, that is one of the most important. It is not that we have responded to RFQ and we have received the order and delivered the order. Then as a CRM, we have to be committed for maybe 10 years, 5 years, whatever is the life. We have to continuously provide the services to maintain it. Like only yesterday, we have, I take now example of JBM. JBM have received a order for 450 buses from government of Haryana to operate in few districts in Karnal, Panipat and that area, electric buses. And government is changing. It is not the old time that you sell it, get the money, payment and out. No, government has given you responsibility for next 12 years. You have to operate for 100%. You have to take care of every breakdown at your cost, from tire to the battery, to the glasses, to the wheel, and maintaining a nice and clean buses, operating. So now the customer behavior is changing. Customer conditions are changing. Customers are demanding maybe 100% from the day one to the day last, the same level of services that is happening.
So, sir, before we conclude, the last question that I have for you is that can you share some success stories where you have converted, long-term customer retention in the automobile sector?
Yes, yes, yes. Definitely right question. I take the example. I will not take the automobile customer. Yes, we will give you automobile customer also. With my previous experience, where we have developed a tool for Tata International. Tata International is a company in Devas. They are basically into exports, Tata Exports. Earlier its name was Tata Exports, now they are Tata International. We have developed a tool which was indigenization. Earlier they used to get this tool from Italy. And this tool, even our production department have refused to make it. It was so complicated. I was the manager training. With the help of the students like this, we have the training batch. We have taken it as a challenge in the training center, involving our final year, third year and final year students. And we have developed that tool. First time, the team of the training managers, engineers and the students, they were so much devoted, dedicated, day and night, made the tool, went to the customer, failed, came back, again made it, modified, went to the customer, failed with some experience, again came back. Third time, we were so much successful, we have been able to create that tool and we have successfully supplied. And when I see after 15 years, it is still working. Now the same Tata International, they have shared this experience to so many other customers, other organizations. Yes, why you are going to Italy? This can be done in India by so and so at half the price. It is not only in that, all pharmaceutical industry. If you take the example of pharmaceutical industry, 20 years back, most of the toolings, dyes, they were all being imported from Belgium, Germany, Italy, all those countries. But in last 20 years, we have made indigenization program with the reverse engineering, and we have developed everything in India, including machines, at 1/4 of the price. And first, when we developed, the supplier, the Mark Parental, they have given a party to all the members of the factory. Say we were 200 in the company. They said, you have done the wonderful job. We give you a dinner in maybe a 5-star hotel and at our price. This is the company in Indore. This is the real case history story when everybody attended the dinner and the payment was made by the industry, that they got the same quality, better quality at maybe 1/5 of the price. So there are so many things. And here regarding automotive, the quality, you see JBM is not a very old name in the buses. It is quite new. We started with automotive components, assemblies. We are also maybe supplying to all 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler companies and known as tier 1 supplier for the sheet metal component. But in last 5 years, 7 years, we have diversified and created our high quality buses. We call it superior buses than the existing, the old players who have been doing it for last maybe decades. So this is the reason that our orders, what we are getting is much more than the old players. And our maybe the downtime, the running time is 99.7%. Every battery, every bus operating all over the world, even if it is running in Dubai, what is the health condition of the battery is monitored through software. Okay, so this is the CRM. Maybe we are monitoring that our buses flying in Bangalore or in Mumbai or in Delhi, what is the condition of the battery. And there is a set standard. If the battery condition goes below that level, then we immediately attend it so that the customer doesn't suffer. So such CRM that involvement is.
Got it, sir. So I know we are short in time, but there are 2 more questions for Mr. Rishi Agarwal that Arish would like to take on.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, with 2 decades of experience, you are orchestrating cutting-edge BI and data warehousing solutions, and you are transforming telecom industry globally. So,
technology, so cloud we already talked about, right? So it's already in place and people are using it to the most. Other than that, AI, ML, NLP. So based on that, we can have technologies and we can features in CRM like voice activated CRM, where we can have interactive programs like we are also developing a AI-based chatbot with multilingual support. So the customer can give voice commands and then the NLP processing at the back end, and it scans all the documents and then gives the right answer to that. So all AI/ML based, and then we can have in the field of communications, 5G is going to come or it's already there. So we can have more enhanced communications, and then we can more enhanced communication channels in the field of CRM as well. We can have voice, virtual reality programs like interactive customer demonstrations, product demos, interactive meetings, and all those features I think be more innovative in the CRM.
And sir, what are the key drivers of customer satisfaction here in the CRM sector?
Key driver remains same, that you have to value the customer, regular updates, regular communications, and it can be different for different customers. You do the segmentation of customer and then do the right offering as per that. So everybody talked about the same thing, that giving value and personal touch, and quality of service, quality of product is the most important thing. That's the key driver.
So as we wrap up this beautiful event, so we would like. Yes, I have asked all the questions to some. I did. With that all being said, so Arish, you have anything to say?
So sir, my last question would be to you, Mr. Anupam. So sir, is there any instance where you have converted a dissatisfied customer into a loyal one?
Real estate is full of dissatisfied customers, but that was launched at that point of time called Sovereign Next. And the ticket size was quite a bit at that point of time. It was launched at somewhere around 6,500. The going rate at that point of time was somewhere around 4,500. And that project was launched at 6,500, and we were not able to move that project at all. So what I did was that I was in CRM, and Channel Connect was there, channel partners were there, but what I did was that existing customers that we had at that point of time, whom there were certain customers जिनको मैंने interest waivers करवाया, जिनको मैंने possessions दिए थे, जिनको I had given those services to them. I just gave them a call कि सर ऐसे ऐसे करके एक project आया है, आप interested हो, and within a short span of say 1 month, and there were a lot of dissatisfied customers in those whom I had serviced, I was able to sell 50 units single-handedly within 1 month. So that's the power of CRM. If you service a client and you connect with them, and both emotionally, and you give them those services, you will be able to actually leverage it very well, and that would be your network. There are various people in real estate that invest. There are income tax commissioners, there are police commissioners, there are judges, and all those people become your network. So that is the power. So what my point from the beginning is that try and just develop your network, and you would be a good client servicing person.
Thank you so much.
Wrap up this event, and thank you all for the insightful inputs that you all have given. And us being developing professionals, we would like to take away or take all the knowledge that we have shared with us, and we would like to keep it with us for the further journey that we are on to. So I would like to hand over to Arushi to conclude the event.
Just because I would like to share one real incident while converting from a dissatisfied customer to a satisfied customer. Because as he said, like emotional attachment is quite important for the while talking to a customer. I was traveling to the West Bengal, and because I was the part as India Boost Housing, it's a housing finance company, and we were selling the insurance as a component for those existing customers. So I went to there, and because I was so excited that ki I'm going to deal with lot many customers in West Bengal also, और हम insurance को एक prime product की तरह sell कर रहे थे to as a component with the to safeguard to the home loan customers. My regional manager, he was Manjesh Mohanta. He asked me that sir एक customer आया हुआ है और जो है he is very reluctant to buy the insurance because he asked that कि यार आप तो home loan customer, आप तो home loan company हो, why are you pushing me the insurance? And it was a real incident I'm talking about. The customer was named as Devinder Sahu और उसकी बीवी वहाँ पर बैठे हुए थे. So Manujesh Mohanta ने बोला कि सर आप तो इतने लोगों को train कर चुके हैं because I trained almost 10,000 people till now, and I have been experienced that insurance is the toughest selling product. A person who can sell insurance, he can sell anything to him because ये गंजे आदमी को कंगे बेचने के बराबर है. It's basically we are selling a concept. So he took me like that कि वो मेरे एक तरीके से परीक्षा ले रहा था, and he asked me that to now you tackle this client. Because and it was the people were looking on me that this customer is either going to be convert or not that. So मैंने देवेंद्र साहू को पूछा कि यार हम लोग होम लोन दे रहे हैं आपको, तो why not you are taking the insurance policy? It is only for your safeguard. तो आपका अगर in case God forbid कुछ होता है तो कम से कम आपको घर तो मिल जाएगा, because we are giving a commitment to the customer that कि हर हालत में घर मिलेगा. Generally we give a commitment like कि जिंदगी के साथ भी और जिंदगी के बाद भी. That means वो घर का एक जो commitment था वो पूरा करने वाली बात थी. But again he was very reluctant, कहता नहीं मुझे इंश्योरेंस नहीं चाहिए, मेरे पास बहुत सारा इंश्योरेंस and all that. So मैंने सिंपल उसको बोला कि अगर आप नहीं चाहते हैं तो एक काम कर सकते हैं. If you okay with that तो मैं आपको ये होम लोन जो है without इंश्योरेंस के लिए जाने दूंगा. मतलब you can buy home loan only without insurance. So कहता है क्या करना पड़ेगा? मैंने कहा बहुत सिंपल सा टास्क है, आपको करना पड़ेगा. मैंने कहा जो मैं बोलता जाता हूँ आप एक पेपर पे लिखे साइन करें और मुझे दे, और फिर हम आपका होम लोन प्रोसेस कर देंगे. So I asked that कि आपका नाम क्या है? कहता देवेंद्र साहू. मैंने कहा सर लिखिए, मैं देवेंद्र साहू आपको ये अथॉरिटी देता हूँ, इन केस अगर मेरी डेथ हो जाती है तो मेरी वाइफ को ये घर हैंड ओवर ना किया जाए जब तक ये लोन ना चुकाए. Do you understand that? मैंने कहा कि आप ये लिखिए, मैं देवेंद्र साहू ये अथॉरिटी देता हूँ इंडिया बुल्स को कि जब तक मेरा लोन ना चुकाया जाए और अगर मेरी डेथ हो जाती है इस दौरान में तो मेरी वाइफ को ये घर हैंड ओवर ना किया जाए. उसकी वाइफ इमीडिएटली उसको कोनी मारती है और कहती है फटाफट इंश्योरेंस करो बिकॉज मुझे तो घर चाहिए. Right? And it was a light, and we converted a dissatisfied customer to a satisfied customer. It was amazing.
Thank you to all the esteemed panelists, and a wealth of experiences have been shared today, which showcases the importance of adaptation and innovation in the realm of customer relationship management and customer engagement. Thank you. So we would like to move towards the audience.
Thank you so much, moderators and panelists. I think it was immensely interesting discussion, learning about personalization, different sectors, and understanding how they operate. And personal anecdotes, I think, are very, very relevant in understanding how professionals like us would relate to CRM. We extend our sincere gratitude to our esteemed panelists and our moderators for their invaluable contribution, shedding light on intricacies of customer relationships and engagement strategies. As we conclude this insightful symposium, let's collectively appreciate the wealth of knowledge and diverse perspectives that were shared during our panel discussion. Now, I am honored to invite Professor Arup Majumdar, Associate Professor of Practice, School of Management, to provide closing remarks and share his perspective on our enriching discussion.
Making my notes, but then I realized my notes was becoming too long, so I thought maybe not make too many notes. But what I found fascinating was that what all the panelists talked about was about selling. And as marketeers, that is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to sell. So what is the big deal in selling, and why are we talking about creating a software, having ERP tools and complicated software in selling? It's all boiling down to how much granular you can understand your customer. Each of your customers are different. All of you sitting in this room are different. And if a company which becomes bigger and bigger and bigger is able to understand each and every customer to a level of granularity, then the amount of service that they can provide to the customer would be of value, and then the money which is in the pocket of the customer will come to the pocket of the company. It's as simple as principle as that. So I hope you learned as much as I did with my notes of whatever I've learned from different sectors. And I want to thank all the panelists for their enriching experience, and students also to all of you. I hope you have learned a lot. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Professor Arup, for your valuable insights. Now, as we move forward, I'd like to invite Symposium coordinators Rashi Maheshwari and Asta Sodani to assist Professor Arup Majumdar in presenting the mementos to our esteemed guests. Let's keep the applause going as we honor them for sharing their valuable wisdom and knowledge with us here today. I'd also like to invite Dr. Jolly Masi to accompany Professor Arup Majumdar. Keep the applause going, audience.
Heartfelt thank you to our esteemed guests and Professor Arup. I request the coordinators to guide our guests to their seats in the audience. Now, let us welcome Dr. Jolly Masi, Assistant Professor at the School of Management, to deliver the vote of thanks and conclude our symposium on a note of appreciation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think it's a high time and it's a long list to thank everyone, but without taking much of time, first of all, I would like to thank all our dignitaries and panelists who could take out their time out of their busy schedule and share the deepest of their experience to my amazing students. We have batches from relationship marketing and business reporting and analytics. And this mixed crowd, but very, very talented students, they were always keen to hear something from the industry, how they actually do it, if there is a gap between what they study in this subject versus how it goes in real life. So I think that was very much justified. I would have not been able to conduct this event without absolute support of Shubhangi Juneja ma'am, who has really helped us to get best of the speakers, and my team of coordinators, Priyam and Karthik and Srinjay, Arushi, Rashi and Astha, and also all the students who are very excited, very sincere to take all of these insights and make sure that they imbibe best of the knowledge. So thank you so much, everyone. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank School of Management and Professor Arup and Professor Modi for making it possible. And we hope that we continue with such wonderful events even in the future. And we hope that all our esteemed panelists would visit us again. Thank you so much. I would request all the guests to kindly follow us for the lunch, and all the best to the students.
Thank you, Dr. Jolly, for delivering the word of thanks and gracefully concluding our symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw the curtains on this wonderful symposium, we express our sincere gratitude to each one of you for your active participation and engagement. This symposium has been a remarkable journey through the dynamics of customer relationship management and engagement strategies, and your presence has added immense value to the discourse. With heartfelt sincerity, we express our gratitude, wishing that your day began with wonder, knowledge, and enlightenment. May the invaluable insights gained today be a guiding light on your personal and professional journey forward. Thank you to all of you, and happy learning.
Please, we'll have one picture. Please. We can just stand here and have one picture for our LinkedIn.
Chanda,